Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
New York Times Business. November 7th. 7 o'clock America New York, the week in business. Time to slow the economic stimulus. Jobs rebounded in October. The government finally issued rules on requiring vaccinations at big employers. And we'll see how quickly inflation is rising.
Daily FX Market News. November 7th. 7 o'clock America New York, S&AMP, P500 and AMP, FTSE 100 forecasts for the week ahead. U.S. equities back to record highs, seasonality signals short-term pullback risk. UK banks pressured.
BBC News Business. November 7th, 6:52 America New York, Elon Musk holds Twitter vote over $21 billion Tesla share sale. The Tesla boss promises to honor the outcome of the poll, whichever way it goes.
Naked Capitalism. November 7th, 6:25 America New York, Naked Capitalism Fundraiser 2021. Your bright beacon in an informational fog. Our 2021 fundraiser begins. Please be generous. Naked Capitalism. November 7th, 6:24 America New York, Fundraiser 2021. What we did for you in the past year. A recap of what we've accomplished since our last fundraiser, 13 and a half months ago, plus our first fundraiser target. Naked Capitalism. November 7th, 6:23 America New York, Naked Capitalism added to Library of Congress. The Library of Congress hearts Naked Capitalism.
Wall Street Journal Markets. November 7th, 5:30 America New York, government bond swings burn Wall Street investors. Shifting expectations for inflation and central bank policy spark surprise moves in government debt markets, hurting big-name players. Wall Street Journal Markets. November 7th, 5:30 America New York, natural gas exports lift prices for U.S. utilities ahead of winter. The supply squeeze, one of the first ever since the U.S. began sending large volumes of gas abroad, means hefty heating bills for consumers.
Global Economy. November 7th, 4 o'clock America New York, will U.S. consumer price growth reach the highest level since 1990? Market Questions as the FT's Guide to the Week Ahead. Digital Finance. November 7th, 2:20 America New York, AMTD launches Hong Kong Youth Fintech Association. Senior government officials from mainland China and Hong Kong back the GBA-oriented initiative. The post-AMTD launches Hong Kong Youth Fintech Association appeared first on Digital Finance. Global Economy. November 7th, 1:36 America New York, China reaffirms commitment to zero COVID policy as new cases spread. Country faces complex and grave challenge because virus has not been controlled internationally. Marginal Revolution. November 7th, 1:06 America New York, mobile internet and political polarization. So far this paper is my favorite of the job market papers I have seen this year, and it is by Nikita Melnikov of Princeton. Please do read each and every sentence of the abstract carefully, as each and every sentence offers interesting and substantive content.
Daily FX Market News. November 7th, 0:00 America New York, Mexican peso forecast, USD MXN to retain bearish bias post-Fed ahead of Banxico. Widespread bullish sentiment and monetary policy divergence between Banxico and the Fed may create an ideal scenario for the Mexican peso to appreciate against the US dollar in the short term. Daily FX Market News. November 6th, 20:00 America New York, Euro forecast for the week ahead, Euro-USD outlook turns bearish again. Euro-USD began last week brightly enough but fell sharply Thursday and now looks likely to drop further as the markets begin to believe ECB President Lagarde that Eurozone rate hikes are not on the
Wall Street Journal Markets. November 6, 1718 America New York, ABRDN in talks to acquire Interactive Investor for $2 billion. A tie-up would give the Scottish asset manager a stronger foothold in individual investing, which took off during the pandemic.
Marginal Revolution. November 6, 1534 America New York, The Economics of Medical Procedure Innovation. Important NBER work from David Dranove, Craig Garthwaite, Christopher Hurd, and Bingxiao Wu on an understudied intervention. This paper explores the economic incentives for medical procedure innovation.
Forex Live. November 6, 1508 America New York, Ripple XRP, recent developments and price updates. A look at what's driving Ripple. Global payment solution provider Ripple has been in the news the whole year for varied reasons. First, its prolonged legal battle with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which many didn't expect to go on for this long, especially with Gary Gensler at the helm of the commission.
Daily FX Market News. November 6, 1300 American New York, Gold Price Outlook. ZAO, USD turns to U.S. inflation and Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Gold prices turn to U.S. CPI data in the week ahead as elevated global bond yields continue to make a tough road ahead for ZAO, USD. Fed Chair Jerome Powell commentary eyed.
Marginal Revolution. November 6, 12:15 America New York, Saturday. Assorted links. 1. Experimental relativistic zero-knowledge proofs. 2. Working for big business is just flat-out better. 3. Some nut on Twitter. 4. More on Hispanic voters. 5. Hunter Biden art show, with images but not prices, NYT.
BBC News Business. November 6, 12:09 America New York, Biden. Infrastructure bill is monumental step forward. The long-delayed $1 trillion, £741 billion, spending package is a major domestic win for the U.S. president. Wall Street Journal Markets. November 6, 12 o'clock America New York. What determines stock market prices? Here's a new theory. A study finds that for every $1 that goes into the stock market, prices go up by $5.
New York Times Business. November 6, 12 o'clock America New York. Americans are flush with cash and jobs. They also think the economy is awful. The psychological effects of inflation seem to have the upper hand. Prices can have a more intense effect on mood than the benefit of higher wages.
Wall Street Journal Markets. November 6, 10:35 America New York. Gender lens funds let investors put money on women leaders. These funds invest based on whether a company has women in leadership roles or is committed to their advancement in some other way.
Marginal Revolution. November 6, 10:17 America New York. Infrastructure Week? It seems the new NYC train tunnel will be built. And WSJ on what is in the bill. And an AP summary. And lots of discretionary money for the dot. And at least in the nominal vote count Republicans saved the bill?
New York Times Business. November 6, 9:58 America New York. Berkshire Hathaway's profit fell in the third quarter. The conglomerate's results reflected the turmoil in financial markets and the broader slowdown in U.S. economic growth. Warren Buffett, chief executive of Berkshire Hathaway,